What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you with another market watch today. Monday market watch is always the most interesting and probably my most viewed market watch throughout the week. And the reason is very simple. It's because everybody coming from regionals has all their decks and all their cards, and they want to figure out what to do. Whether or not they should keep the deck, whether or not they should get rid of the deck, or whether or not the cards in the deck have spiked extremely high in value throughout the weekend. And in some cases, especially in this market watch, we're going to go over some of those cards. Before I begin, guys, I want to say there's going to be events coming up. Definitely go to Yu-Gi-Oh! /card events. Check it out. We have YCSs all over the place. From YCS in Ontario, which unfortunately I can't be able to go to because passports take forever to get here. To YCS Guadalajara up in Mexico. One day I'll go to that one. And then we got one coming up in, what is it? I think in Texas, which I'm trying to see if I can have the time to be able to go to that one. Actually, it looks like a pretty fun YCS. And hopefully for those YCS I mentioned, you guys can have the opportunity to go to these events. They really are a great time. They really are fun. A lot of running around, a lot of events, a lot of side events, a lot of confusion. But all in all, excellent time. And dead serious, I love going to YCS events. If I had the opportunity, I would go to every single one because they're so much fun. There's also all kinds of events like the New York Comic-Con extravaganza, in which, like, usually you get like, the exclusive playmats for those events. Those are amazing, and if you guys want to see some of those playmats, check me out on my Instagram. I actually have put pictures of some of the playmats of past Comic-Cons, New York and the San Diego Comic-Con playmats. There's amazing, awesome playmats that you just can't get anymore besides those specific events. And then you got the UDS Invitational that's going to be happening in Panama, and all these cool events. Konami really is shotgunning a lot of great events for a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, giving you guys opportunities to go and play in this healthy meta right before we have the October ban list and subsequent, change to the whole meta game. And I do think that we're going to see a lot of cool things in the next ban list. Hopefully, all these decks will just stay as what they are because the meta is so healthy. It's really hard to have a ban list when everything looks so good. And then we just wait to the next new Tier 1 deck, which I think we're due for to be getting. Like, it's been a while since we really had a new meta filled with brand new Tier 1 decks. And yeah, maybe we'll get a new one here and there, or new 1.5 deck, and then quickly get hit by the ban list. But like a new deck that's gonna last a while. If you look at it back, look at decks like 2 Dracos that are technically 1.5. But if you look at like Sky Strikers that have been Tier 1 forever, they've been around for a while. And hopefully Konami will just bring a new deck that will have that longevity of being Tier 1. So you just don't put a ton of money in it and go, alright, the deck's great, ban list deck's hit. Like, not as quick as a turn on Tier 1. One thing, like I said, the decks we currently have right now that are Tier 1 aren't bad, but I do feel like Konami should just leave it as it is and bring us new Tier 1 decks to blow these out the water and just move forward. I think that'd be a really cool thing to do with the ban list because the meta is, like I said, super healthy. Now, some Yu-Gi-Oh! Players out there might disagree and say, well, V, you got Orcus and all that stuff out there, but my counter-argument would be Orcus isn't winning everything. It's still losing to a lot of decks, and any Orcus player that don't have their invite will definitely look at you and tell you it's not beating everything. I'm moving forward with the market watch. So look at 2019 Gold Sark. Nibiru, the primal being like a $9 card, is still barely holding on to $8. A lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, stores, distributors, vendors have been going all over the place, crack open product, and just throwing this out in the market. And we're seeing that happen. Now, obviously, I think everyone out there, I think every Yu-Gi-Oh! Player, especially when you play competitive, whether it's a locals or it's a regionals or a YCS, you're going to need a place in the Nibiru. And that's all you really need. Once you get any more, you really want to sell them because they're $8 for a $20 Megatin, which is a really good a turn on your money. Then we have Dark Ruler No More. Another card's like $5. Another great card that if you're looking to play against combo and you want a nice way to slow them down, to stop them, or stun them, this is your card. You need about a place that's about another $3 to $4 to almost $5 actually. They have Dimensional Shifter for my Thunder Dragon friends out there, $2. Moving forward, looking at the 2018 Megatin, the values really aren't changing that much, and that's because, once again, people are still opening product. People are still sorting product and storing on the market. There's nothing new to make everyone excited about or everyone to look forward for. And the ban list isn't here yet. So everyone's kind of basically picked their deck and they're going to hold it. And they're going to be like, okay, I'm going to play this deck for the rest of the meta for the most part. And I don't need to change anything. I don't need to really buy anything. Maybe rarity upgrades as time goes on, but nothing crazy at the moment. And what we're seeing here is cards like Danger Jackalope being a $14 card, which is stable with the market price. We're seeing Borosaur Dragon stabilize at $12, not changing for a second week in a row. Tsuchinoko being around $8. Called by the Grave, which was $10 for the Prismatic, has now dropped down to barely under $8. We're seeing other cards like Sky Striker mobilizing Gauge. So Strikers is still a deck that has to be respected. There's a lot of great decks and a lot of decks out there that just really are good at countering Strikers. But if you're a deck out there and you think that you have a good matchup against Strikers, the deck can still top Engage, and then you just lose. It's kind of the deck works. I mean, the deck does what it does, and then he just goes, oh yeah, it engages a card. It's pot of greed, but I get to search for a card, and then I get to draw a card, like regular pot of greed. You know, kind of like pot of greed, just better. 3 of, you know, fair. Moving forward, we got other cards like Thunder Dragons, Dragon Dark Prismatics 5, Hawk's almost around 5, which is a harder to pull in the Megatons than it is in Ultra Rare. Because Ultra Rare Hawk was like $1, $2. But a Prismatic Secret Rare Hawk, I find, is a lot harder to pull. Let me know if that's the same with you guys. And Trapchick. Oh yes, common question of the day. What deck are you currently playing, and are you going to keep that deck? Are you going to hold your deck? Are you going to keep it? Or are you already looking to work on something else? You're really looking to dump your deck and move on. What deck are you playing right now up until the October ban list coming up soon? Let me know. Comment down below. I'd love to know what deck you're playing. I am personally playing with Thunder Dragons. I really like the deck a lot. It's really fun, and it's more of a combo-based deck. I played Ultra for a long time. I played Control, and if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player out there, and you're out there and you play Control, and every meta is Control, Control, and Control, I highly urge you to switch it up, to go into combo. And the reason why is because you need to know both sides in order to get that mentality down packed of a player playing that. So you play against a control player, you go, oh, I know exactly what they're trying to do. I know exactly the speed they want to catch me at. And it's very important as a Yu-Gi-Oh player. So I definitely recommend if you're doing one side, do the opposite side. Alternatively, if you're playing like Guard Dragons, Thunder, Crusaders, and you go, you know what, I want to slow the pace down a little bit, go to Ultra, go to Guru Control. Great decks, had a bunch of reprints, so decks aren't too expensive, though you still need pot of extravagance. I mean, you know, unless you have them already. But for the most part, besides that, they're not too expensive, and you can go ahead and play these great decks that allow you to have a different mentality. When you have the idea of both mentalities, it makes it easier to transition to more and more decks. You're not just stuck with the next control deck, and whatever the next control deck is, it just doesn't work that way. Also, mid-range, I guess you could try that too. Look at Fist of the Gadgets booster box. There's not really much value. There's not really any incentive to go in and buy these packs. There really isn't. Unless you're specifically looking to get Fire Fist. And in that case, buy the singles. And by the way, if you're buying the singles, I recommend you go down and click on my TCG player link. You can buy singles online. Hit the like button for this video. Subscribe. You haven't subscribed already as well. But look at the Fire Fist booster boxes. They're like 45s. The market price is still in to be 52s, and they're just like 45 bucks. Because why would you want to buy these rather than just buy the singles? If you're looking to get Elephant and Panda and Eagle and all those other totem bird animals, you got other cards like Code Radiator, which is going up to $10. To be honest with you, I don't know why this is going up so high. And if you do know, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to read that. We also have Scrap Recycle hitting almost their $6. It just hovers anywhere from, at this point, from $5 to $6 for the card. It's still a great card. Orcus players definitely gonna need it, and because of that, it's a lot of money. And if anyone opened Fist of the Gadgets, the value would go down, but once again, why would you open it? Fist of the Gadgets has a lot of great card reprints, like Hidden City as well, for anyone that wants to play Guru Control. And there's one to buy the Secret Rare one, which is like roughly around almost near $10, when you can buy the Super Rare one, which is like $3 to $4, so that's kind of a good deal. And then for my true Draco friends out there, Ignis Heat is now $2 to $3. No more like $16 Ignis Heat, insanely overpriced because reasons. No more of that. $3, and you get your Ignis Heat. Secret Rare, by the way, rarity upgrade. Moving forward, looking at Rising Rampage, Appaloosa Bowl of the Gods Prismatics is going to go a lot higher in value. In fact, my prediction, I think all the Prismatic Secret Rares from this set is going to go a lot higher. Because we're going to be getting the Rising Rampage Special Edition coming out, which came out already, actually. And it's going to be harder and harder to get the sealed boxes of original Rising Rampage, meaning people will have less access to grab Appaloosa Bowl of the Goddess and all these other Prismatic Secrets. Now, Appaloosa's value is $350. After that one's gone, it's back up to $400 for Appaloosa Bowl of the Goddess. Marine's Seahorse is almost near $200. Now, unlike Appaloosa, which I get, I don't agree with, but I get it. Why is Seahorse $200? Marines is a very weird deck right now. It's in a very weird position. The KONAMI balance has to really turn around to make Marines more viable. Marines is still a great deck. I think the deck has a lot of great combos, but Kaiju say hi, Marines. And Striker players, by proxy, Kaiju's also say hi. Look at the Marines, I do think that deck can definitely be a meta deck, but it has to really, the one thing in the balance has to really help that deck out a lot, as well as any kind of TCG exclusives that we don't currently have right now, or don't know we have. Basically, like our friends in the Boondocks say, you don't know about the unknown unknowns. Things you just don't know that you just don't know. And unfortunately, until we get an understanding of any kind of TCG exclusive card to help boost Marine sets, they're alright, but looking at the current meta, I don't think they would do so well. I do think that can be good with, once again, the balance, TCG exclusive, and all that jazz. But right now, the deck came out today, as we know it, maybe a couple of events, regionals, but not as much as like, let's say, Thunders or Orcus or any kind of combo variant, a deck out there being like Guard Dragons. I don't think it would show as much representation as those other decks. Looking over at regular Appaloosa Boulder Gods, the value kind of cooled down back up to $55 as common players were trying to go into this card to stop Nibiru, and then Nibiru came on, they're like, nope, can't do that. Well, looking at Appaloosa Boulder Gods value, it's actually just stabilizing roughly around $55. A little bit under this market price, actually, which is about $57. It's stabilizing roughly around $55. With the Unlimiteds coming out in the Rising Rampage Special Edition, we're going to see a lot of these prices go down in value. Prices for like cards, Marine says Coral Anemone, with a $21 market price, the value of this card is about $19. It's just going down in value, and it's only because we're getting Rising Rampage Special Edition. It's starting to hit the shelves, and these values are starting to go down a little bit. Gizmic Orochi, Serpentron Sky Slasher, holding a barely under $15 price point. The unlimited versions already have brought the card price down to about $13 to $14. That's it. This card, everyone was like saying, V, this is the money card, a big money card is set. No, for like a weekend it was. The meta moved so fast because the meta shifted so fast, and Yuga players just didn't have a chance to figure out what was the best deck. At times, Yuga players thought it was 1 deck and 2 decks and 3 decks, and realistically, we didn't know. And now we're in the position where we kind of understand the meta as it is right now. Luckily for a lot of Yuga players who don't like this meta or maybe want to see something different and new, banlist next month. Things changed. Looking at cards like Get Out, unlimited versions are running about $6, whereas the first editions at one point were roughly around $8 and almost near $9. Then we have Battles of Legends, Backlist of Soldier of Chaos, holding a price point last week of almost near $75. The market price of this card is $68. We're looking over here in the TCG player, it's actually roughly around $69. The card's still having value because decks like Thunder Dragons, which is slowly peeking its head in, slowly trying to get through and maintain that dominant Tier 1 position, a Tier 1 position that's currently held by Cyber Dragon Orcus. You can say Orcus regular or going second Orcus. I think the best version of those three is definitely Cyber Dragon Orcus. But looking into that, Blacklisted Soldier and Thunder Dragons by proxy, because this card helps against strikers, is making Thunder Dragons try to go right through to be the best deck. In my opinion, the best deck in the meta right now, I'd probably say Cyber Dragon Orcus. Just throwing it out there. It just is what it is. Looking at Sword Dragon from Battles of Legends, Secret Rare is about $23. A little bit under its $24 current market price. Salamangreat Almirage being $16. Little fun fact, you just need one of these. If you have extras, sell them. You don't need them whatsoever. Unless you're playing Alta guys. But then again, I always like the 1-3 ratio, or the 1-3 ratio, or 1-2 ratio, whereas you're having one Salamangreat Almirage and the rest being Link Haribo, because that's a little bit better. Almirage is decent, Link Haribo is way better. Unless you're maining Super Poly, then yeah, you need 2 Salamangreat Almirage and like 2 Link Haribo, and then you're good in your ratios, because that will help you get that will help you if you're running Super Poly into like activating that card more often. But looking at Cypher Lamba, it's about $12 Engage, about $9, barely holding on to it. Market price going to be about roughly around $9.50. The rest of the Pranker Tops is about $4, dropping down from its current $5 price point, which it held ever since Battle Legends first came out. Looking at Savage Strike and the prices and the fact that this set has not been reprinted yet is just mind-blowing. But looking at Savage Strike, cards like Fantastical Dragon Phantasme is just stabilizing. Nothing too crazy. I mean, it has an $84 market price, but the price point realistically has not changed in the past week. Now, the unlimited versions are going roughly for $80, and for the first edition versions, it's almost near $81. But that's really it. I'm kind of shocked to see this price point not really just jump all over the place. But then again, I really did think that Strikers was going to maintain the dominant Tier 1 position, in which, once again, like I said earlier in this video, it's being maintained by Cyber Dragon Orcus. If Sky Strikers take that back, that card goes up in value, because that's a great way to counter that deck, or at least to maintain a better board state against that deck. Then we have Pot of Extravagance, another card that holds a $72 market price. I'm telling everybody right now, as many people as I can tell, unless you're playing Control, sell Pot of Extravagance. It's just not worth this high price point. Once again, look at the price point. It's roughly $72. Unlimited versions are running $68. First edition versions are running $71. It's just not worth it to have this card be this expensive and you not play it. It really is. So I personally have a playset of Extravagance. I already listed online. I already got rid of. I recommend, if you're out there and you guys are debating on selling this or not, if you're not running the deck with it, get rid of it. It's gonna go low in value. Everything in Yu-Gi-Oh! The value of everything in Yu-Gi-Oh! Always goes low. Can it go back high in the future? Absolutely. But the card's already high to begin with. Konami's gonna see that and reprint it. It's going to happen. Whether or not the card maintains any value, that's a whole different question. Whether or not the card goes up in value is an entirely different question, based on the fact that very few cards actually ever do. Looking at Borlow Type of Dragon, the current market price is $35. Price point shows to be $34. Nothing really crazy changing. Then again, at peak price, this card was valued at roughly around $40. But that was when like DragonLink.combo was like the be-all end-all deck. And we of course know that's not currently how it is right now in the game. It's still a great deck. You still have to respect the deck because it would definitely kill you. But as it stands right now, it is definitely not the be-all end-all. Looking at World Legacy Guard Dragon, another card that's roughly around $12 right now, under its $14 market price. And then that's really it as far as those cards from that set. Looking at Soul Fusion Chaos Dragon Levineer, which was a crazy high value card. Still kind of high in value, by the way. I just want to really emphasize that. It's still high in value. This card was originally like $12. Chaos Dragon Levineer has a $35 market price. First versions are running $32. Still a lot of money for a card in which doesn't really see as much meta play as it did, I'm going to say about a month ago maybe less than a month ago. Not only that value, but the difference in the value, in which Chaos Dragon Levineer at one point was hitting almost near $45. The Secret Dangers are just unfazed. They're stabilizing. That's what they're trying to do. Tsuchinoko's holding a price point of about $19, still under its $25 market price. Cards like Trap Trick are $21 in the market price, but you could get them right now for $12, which isn't too bad, to be honest with you. For Secret Rare Trap Trick, it is the highest rarity version. Dungeon Dragon Colossus Secret Rares Unlimiteds are about $14, under its $17 price point. And nothing really crazy. Like I said, the market really isn't changing as far as those decks. Going to Cybernetic Horizon, original print Borsal Dragon, if you do want to be that max rarity god, the value of that card currently is $40. Unlimited versions are about $27, and first edition versions are about $29. $29 for Cybernetic Horizon Borsal Dragon. That's absolutely ludicrous. And I'm not sure if this card's going to ping back up. I predict the card can ping back up in value, but right now looking at it, $29 for a card which has a $21 market price, pretty damn good. Looking at Danger Nessie, also has a $25 market price, and once again, another Danger version of a card that's slowly stabilizing and then slowly starting to move up in value. As Nessie and the other cards, Tsuchinoko, are just printed in the Bowser, in Megaton as Ultra Rares. These are Secret Rares, so they're going to be obviously the higher valued version. And as we see them stabilize, all it takes is for these cards to see any kind of meta play, like a lot of meta play, for you players to realize, okay, I want to buy these again, and then the Secret Rares go up in value, and then the Ultra Rares eventually follow. And then hopefully Megaton value follows, because that value has been pretty low lately. Looking at Bowser Legends Relentless Revenge, realistically, Cyber Emergency. Bowser Legends, Cyber Emergency. Cyber Emergency currently has a $39 market price. It was bought out a couple of days ago, this card. 100% bought out. Looking at it right now, the value of this card is currently $40. For the longest while, Cyber Emergency was a $20 card, and now the value doubled. Just like that. As once again, Cyber Dragon Orcus maintains being the most dominant deck of the meta. Looking at other cards, you have Golden Castle of Stromberg, stabilizing roughly around $20 to $21. And that's kind of shocking to me, because I really thought this card would just start going back down in value. It's really not, but I don't know if it's going to maintain the current $20 to $21 value it has right now. And another card is Game of Steel Secret Kaiju. If you don't have this, buy a playset of these. You need these. Like, once again, I don't know when Marine Test is going to see any kind of meta play. But in order for Konami to make a balance, I mean, that to be the TCG, there has to be a TCG exclusive that says you can't tribute your opponent can't tribute your Marine Test monsters. If that's not a thing, you can just Kaiju Marine Test and proceed to murder phase. Like, so I think that's gonna be that might be a thing. But if it's not, like, you're gonna use this and you just give it to a Marine Test player and just go, and you die now. Looking at Dingirsu, the Orchestra of the Evening Star, it holds a $21 market price. Current value of this card is actually almost $23 for Dingirsu. Once again, this is as Orcus solidifies its way in the meta. And there was one point, even on this channel, where I was even questioning if Orcus can still maintain being the best deck of the game. Like, I kept saying, I was like, can Orcus be, or at least prove to be, a tier 1 deck? Well, fast forward till now, yeah, the answer is yes, they absolutely can. Ultimate Rare Dingirsu holding a $50 market price is actually roughly around $55. The value even of the ulti has been increasing. Moving forward, looking at Omni Dragon Brotar coming out of Dark Neostorm with a $14 market price, is barely holding on to that. I mean, it is, but just barely. And the thing about this card is it was going higher and higher in value. I still think the card currently right now is a little bit overpriced. If you have extras, you want to sell this card, because the value is going to obviously be dropping down on Omni Dragon Brotar. Do I think Combo can see meta play in the future? Of course I can. But I don't know if Omni Dragon Brotar is a card you want to hold at a $14 price point. I do think this card's going to go down in value, and if you hold it right now, you're just losing value. Looking at Ghost System Spooky Dogwood, it has a $9 market price. The value currently is, first editions are $9, and Unlimiteds are barely holding on to $8. Now, I do think Ghost of Spooky Dogwood is going to continue to go lower as we move forward into Duel Devastator. I just think that the lettering, and I'm like, oh, Konami, you know what that? Okay, anyway, looking at Ghost System Spooky Dogwood, I personally, I always recommend buying the original print first edition secret rares, especially knowing with Duel Devastator, the dude, that it's going to be ultra rares. The best version is going to be this, even though they're alternate art ultra rares, and they really look cool, and I'm personally going to look forward to grabbing those cards. Getting Ghost System and Spooky Dogwood, original print secret rare, that's just a better way to do it. That's a better way for a card that can go up in value. If this was to go up in value, it would go up with this version besides the ultra rare, even though it has alternate art printing on it. Looking at the only be one was currently bought out, and now looking at the price point of the stabilized price, it's roughly around $11. Well, it's the market price or the actual price point. The only be one is still an $11 card. And I said it last time, I'll say it this time again. Still, I recommend selling this card unless you're personally playing it. Unless it's a needed card, get rid of it as fast as possible. Because once again, this is one of those cards coming out of Extreme Force. That's definitely going to be a card you're going to want to sell. Look at Triple Burst Dragon. The kind of weird thing about this, I thought it was going to go a lot lower. First version of Triple Burst Dragon is $7. Then again, the alternate version of Triple Burst Dragon, ultra rare from Extreme Force, is the common version, which is roughly around $1. So it's if you want to pay more money for the high rarity, or you want a dollar version, either way, there it is right there. And then looking at Flames Destruction, as far as cards like Infinite Permanence, it's just going up high in value. Now, Infinite Permanence is not only going up high in value, and this is why I'm looking at like Borsword. I kind of can see the same thing. Looking at Infinite Permanence for Flame Destruction, it has a $57 market price, okay? The unlimited versions are at $61. The first edition versions are at $65. After that, those two are gone. There's 11 wall holding it at $67 for Infinite Permanence. Once again, this is a card with a $57 market price. Now, that's that version, okay? Infinite Permanence has two printings. Borsword has 3, but this has 2. Borsword's almost using every deck as a 1-of. This is using some decks as a 3-of. So that's a kind of give and get give. But with that said, looking at it, we can see it going high in its current market price. Looking at the other version of Infinite Permanence, coming out of Dual Power as an ultra rare, it holds a $42 market price, and the unlimited and first edition versions are both stabilizing roughly around $45. $45 for a card that's barely holding on to $42 on its market price. Well, I think, once again, looking at Infinite Permanence, obviously it's going up because it's starting to see meta play, but it's going up because nobody's really buying Dual Power anymore. I think enough Dual Power has been bought on the market, and besides the original box set and the Unlimited Edition box sets, that's really it. There's only a couple of guys listing them, and they're starting to dry up. And as they dry up, you can go in and start seeing the actual value of certain cards. Mainly, the value is going to be of Infinite Permanence. Could other cards have value? There's great possibility. I mean, Heroic Seal or Heavenly Spears is stabilizing roughly around $7. Look at Cyber Dragon Nash over here. It has a $6 market price. We're seeing it at $8. So, Dual Power might, for once, finally show any kind of value. Is it huge value? No, not at all. Not even kind of close. But it's still value nevertheless. And that's something pretty interesting to note from Dual Power. Do I recommend you going in and buying into this set heavily? No. Sets like Dual Power are very unique, in which you have to buy early into the set, sort, throw it online, hopefully get pre-orders done, and as well as be there the first day, couple of days, especially the first weekend, as you players are excited and want to go in and buy the rest of the singles to finish the cards that they didn't pull by buying the sealed versions of the cards in the shop. Waiting afterwards and doing it, it's not a good idea. Then we have Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon. Coming out of Legendary Dragon decks, less than $8 of a market price, the card's almost bought out. There are a couple of walls, 7 and 12, but the 7 wall has it roughly around $10.50. The 12 wall has it at $13, and after that, the card's value is $21 for Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon. Okay? So, what we have here, guys, is a very healthy meta. A meta in which your deck is insanely good. We're both like Super Saiyans. There are some KO Ken decks that are laughable, but they're still, you gotta take them seriously because they do one of those like times 1,000 and you go, what? And then you get decked in the face. But like, there's like your deck Super Saiyan, my deck Super Saiyan, and there's Orcus that kind of goes blue. But not really, but kind of goes blue. Certain cards can stop it. I talked about that in previous market watches. I definitely recommend you check those out. But for the most part, we're all like in a good position. This is a really healthy meta. And this is the kind of meta Yu-Gi-Oh! Players kind of forget about after a while. They get bored of it, they get content, and they want to move forward for other things. They go, oh, they might not like certain things. But this is the kind of meta we're going to see years down the line. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players talk about how they miss this meta. In fact, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Players do it constantly, where they go, I don't like this meta, but years down the line, maybe a year down the line at most, you'll start hearing Yu-Gi-Oh! Players go, you know, I really missed that meta we had a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Besides FTK formats, that's been the thing with a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. So really, I'm dead serious when I say this. Enjoy the game right now. Go to those events that you saw earlier if you have the opportunity to. Hang out and play cards. Go to your locals and have a chance of pulling a $55 Ulti Dingirsu or a Pot of Desire's Ultimate Rare, because that's the only time in history that we're going to have that. A couple of months from now, we're going to be having the new OTS pack. This is going to be gone, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are still going to want Pot of Desires. It says draw 2. -9, right? Some players that are filthy casuals. Nevertheless, it's a good card, and it's a card you only have opportunity to get right now in this healthy meta. So I'm serious. Go to your locals. Go to YCS. Go to regionals. Enjoy the game, because the game is amazing right now. And I highly recommend to anybody to do it. You don't need to spend a lot of money. You can play pure Pendulum Magicians. Besides Pendulum Claw, the deck's not too expensive. You can even summon cards from the Borlo Dragon. There's so many ways to enjoy this game and still have fun with this game and not spend a lot of money. And if you're all looking to play speed duels, ignore those people over there at Konami Europe. That speed duels is meant for new players. You're Europeans. Let's be real about this. They don't really know. They had the speed duel nationals, but it's for new players. Like, what are you talking about? Please. Speed duels is really fun, and I definitely recommend anyone who wants to try it to definitely try it. I'll try to get some more speed duel videos on this channel. I've been playing a lot of speed duels behind the scenes, and I would love to record some stuff for you guys. And moving forward, I'm definitely gonna have some of that going down. So I really appreciate you guys. Like I said, I really appreciate you guys watching my video. Please make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Hit the like button, comment down below, and once again, comment question of the day: what deck are you playing right now for the current rest of the meta? And you know what? Throw in what you're playing for speed duels. I really want to know. I'm personally playing Relinquisher speed duels and Thunder Dragons for regular Yu-Gi-Oh! And speed duels is for Relinquish. But like, there's so many great decks in this game right now. It's really hard to just take one deck and go, that's it, because so many decks have so many great plays and combos. And now that we have the Mega Tins and all these new other reprints coming out, it does get a lot cheaper to play Yu-Gi-Oh! There's more incentive because it's not too much of too expensive of a cards, even though there are still some, not as many as it was in other metas. So once again, answer the comment question of the day, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit that notification bell to be the first person notified about these amazing videos, and you Paisanos have a great day.